Okay, welcome to the Year 7 Geography Livable Cities assignment explanation. And just keeping in mind that this is an annotated visual display assessment, a task on teenagers' local community. So if we look straight down here, it says identify a space in your neighbourhood that you think could be improved for teenagers. It may be one that is currently attractive, or it may be a least favourite space. So it's really important that you remember that you're looking to create a more livable community for teenagers. So keeping your interests and those of your friends and people of similar age in mind. Now I'm going to step through each of the 7 different tasks. So first of all, you have to identify a spot in your neighbourhood that you think could be improved for teenagers, and to place a couple of photos of that area. So I've taken a couple of shots of this particular park, a couple of different locations within the park. So that's number 1 done. Number 2, you need to include a map. So there's the park that I took a photo of. Notice I haven't zoomed right in on the park. I've got the general area, but you have to have a map with your bolts: border, orientation, legend, title, scale, source. So the source in this case would be Google Maps, as you can see down here. Border, orientation, north is generally facing straight up. Legend, you can create your own little legend of maybe half a dozen items. For instance, school, park, main roads, etc. Train station, well actually the station's more up this way. Cafe, shopping strips here. 7-Eleven over here. Okay. Next. So that's number 2. This is not number 2 or 3, but this is basically saying which map would you use for bolts. So this is the same area, and here is the pond that I took a photo of, and there's that grassland that I took a photo of from this point here. But I really think a map like this is better for your bolts. Okay, for 3, you have to provide the image. So there's the image again. It's just a duplicate of that first image in number 1. But this image needs to be annotated to describe the current characteristics of that area. Now I've only got 2 annotations. You'd need more than 2. This is just a guide, an example. Make sure you label your diagrams and images correctly. Please use these call-outs, and don't use a stylus to just scribble all over the place. Then 4, you have to identify the key concerns about this space. So what you think about, how your concerns about it, about safety, sustainability, access services, the quality of the environment, and watch out for typos. So I'd listed 7 just quick concerns. In terms of safety, the park is quite secluded as it is surrounded by houses. Sustainability does not appear to be an issue in the park. It is well maintained with regular working bees to keep it clean and attractive, so it's not really a concern. It could do with a bit of a tidy up here and there with fallen branches and trees, etc. that came down in recent storms. But I had 7 concerns here. The next thing to do is, for each of those concerns, you need to suggest any improvements that you think could be made. So provide a suggestion to address each of your concerns. And now that you've got your areas that you wish to improve, your suggestions, provide a new image to show the impact of your proposal. So maybe even drawing or sketching, or use that photograph or model or whatever you want to help show how your suggestions have made that part of your community far more livable. And which are your 2 most important suggestions? So out of your 7, which are the 2 most important and why? So make sure you suggest why. It's very important to do both parts. Now you can then print out your slides, and as I said in class, go to print options, print properties. I'd suggest you choose color, and you go 2 slides printed on one side, so that when you actually create your poster, these slides are still large enough for me to be able to read, but small enough to fit on your poster like this. So using scissors, glue, textures, pencils, rulers, etc. Try to be really proud of what you're doing. Cut out each section and glue them onto the paper provided, so that you've got a very nice finished product. And that is it. And don't forget, we have the rubric of what you're trying to achieve. Okay, don't worry about the bibliography in this instance. We're not worried about the bibliography. That will be removed. Okay, hopefully you understand what is expected of you, and in the end you'll be very proud of your finished product.